Hey, so welcome back to the Chronicles of Wintress, and this is going to be journal entry number 6. This whole week has been like insanely busy for me, right? And I want to experience the pre-patch before Shadowlands comes out, like the pre-patch exclusive stuff that's going on. So it's been like a grind all week to try to fit playing in while working and doing, general life stuff. But let me show you how I got to 50. So this was kind of cool. I was able to sit on like these little rat people's throne and kind of issue out orders for them, right? It's kind of cool. Like they're super simple things, so you can't give them anything like too complicated. You had to like be very specific for them. Just thought it was kind of fun. There's a lot of fun quests towards the end of this high mountain experience of mine. So we did a better job compared to like early WoW of keeping the questing varied, right? And that's been like a big complaint, is like, man, after a while of questing, it's just like, oh, okay, I'm doing this again. But this actually felt varied.
What has the wind brought?
Yeah, some of these are fetch quests or whatever, but it's like the areas that you're doing it in, the reasons you're doing it. I mean, that's the kind of stuff here. But every now and again, like this, you get to do some bungee jumping. I totally missed it the first time. I didn't expect it to happen like that, but I like how they leave you dangling here too. Like, is he gonna pull me up or what?
Change in the wind. Beware the deep places of the earth.
So there was a pretty good bit of people actually questing around this zone too, and it resulted in me having to do a lot of waiting for bosses and stuff to respawn. There were some other places too. I guess there's some popular farming spots here where there was just like a gaggle of people sitting out. It looks like they were botting, but I don't know.
Now that was a battle! Good. I am not one for ceremony, so let's get this over with. Let it be known that I, Lasan Skyhorn, chieftain of the Skyhorn tribe, once again declare my allegiance to High Mountain. Together, we are High Mountain.
So I haven't really been paying attention to a lot of the like lore, or even really the story for this whole zone. Like I get that you're trying to get that hammer back, and I think that's kind of like the main goal for this whole zone. But there seems to be like this underlying thing, just watching the footage back, right? Because I was not paying attention while I was playing. I was trying to just get through some of this stuff. But it seems like they're trying to unite these clans again and fix like whatever, internal issues they had going on.
I need to target something first.
You had to take this little, I don't know, human girl, or I think it's a human, I'm not sure, maybe it's a gnome, and like go out and teach her how to hunt. But they're trying to kick all of these other amateur hunters off the property, so you have to like go out there and kind of bully them off the grounds.
I don't have a target.
I don't know, that must have been a clan achievement or something. Yeah, this little guy, like they just want to hunt. That's all it wants to do.
I don't have a target.
Yeah, man, this sucks right here. I was like, oh, I survived the fall. I thought I was gonna die on the fall, and sure enough. There's another one that's fun where you get to play as this little crazy OP Murloc. But it was fun because, you know, getting to play with the different, you know, abilities and stuff. But like I couldn't judge the calling of the horns in right, so I would call it in either way too late or way too early. It actually took a little bit to practice with that, but once I was done with all of that, I went back to the class hall and was trying to like, what do I need to do to get my most XP here? So I just went back to High Mountain and kind of followed up with that main story.
Stone Dark Drogbar, declare my allegiance to the High Mountain tribe. Together, we are High Mountain! Hurry, friends. Every moment we
Once he kind of joins up with the rest of the tribes, like the whole story of this zone kind of culminates in this dungeon. And again, you're trying to get this hammer back, but we've already seen like how powerful that guy is, but I guess he's not quite as powerful without the help of like all of those tribes. So we're at least able to go and confront him. And I thought that this would be a raid, but I was a little bit surprised that it was actually just a dungeon. Yeah, I screwed that one up. I should have just not done the slow fall cast there. That was, yeah, I got lucky I didn't like pull the boss or anything.
Either way, I will enjoy every moment of it.
quickly into the barrels. I'll hold them here and join you downriver. No, I won't be doing that. I will find my own path.
If the last dungeon was like more aggravating because of all the damage over time stuff, this one was like crazy fun, right? We had a good group of people. Everybody was kind of doing what they were supposed to be doing. The dungeon was fun, right? It just had a good time. We had a great tank, had a great healer, and everybody was just working together pretty cool. And I guess it helps too that you have like a straightforward quest here, right? Like you need to go in here, stop this guy, and get the hammer, right? And like, I don't know, I really enjoyed this dungeon. This is one I would play again.
Will be your tomb. There is no more time. We must strike at Darkrool now. I am sorry, heroes. It appears the treasure you seek will be found on the other end of this beast.
I like that they threw that in there because they knew people would be screwing around at the top trying to find, you know, the rewards and stuff. So that was kind of cool. Yeah, but here's the boss here. And I mean, he was actually hard. This was the hardest fight for sure because he threw out those spikes. So I mean, it was not easy by any means, but we didn't have much difficulty with him.
Never chose you, Darkrool. It seeks a wielder who possesses true strength, and you were found lacking. It's done, heroes. With Darkrool dead and the hammer reclaimed, the Drogbar are broken.
So yeah, you got to take it back and put it in like your trophy case here and kind of wrap up this story.
When you first set foot upon our shores, I prayed to the spirits, asking if you could be trusted. By helping to reunite our tribes, you have proven yourself a true friend to our people. For us, the Hammer of Khaz'goroth has always been a symbol of unity, a reminder of our proud history. But in your hands, it will serve an even greater purpose. On behalf of the tribes of High Mountain, I entrust the hammer to you and your allies.
I kind of thought that you would actually get it as a weapon, but oh well. So with that being done, I needed to pick my next zone. I'm almost to 50. I wasn't quite there. So went to Stormhind, obviously.
I share with you the burden of securing our future. To that end, my fleet is preparing to sail for the Broken Isles. When you set foot in Stormheim, you shall have the full power of the Forsaken at your back.
So Sylvanas has this message waiting on you as soon as you get back into town and kind of pick Stormheim. And it just, I mean, it's continuing on the story, right? Pushing the story forward, but it is kind of cool to be able to spend a little bit of time with her because she is an interesting character.
They represent both our past and our future. future. I think often about our future, hero. My people cannot reproduce. Are we not destined then to wither away eventually? No. The Forsaken will never stop fighting. Not while I reign. Not when there are still beings out there with the power to stop death.
I don't know where the story's going in Shadowlands. I think all of us kind of have a somewhat of an idea, but it's cool that, this is from Legion, right, which is a few years old, and they were already kind of planting seeds there for where her as a character was going. So it's kind of interesting being able to spend this time with her here now and knowing what's coming, tomorrow, 24 hours from now.
We must take the fight to them. But it would be rude to show up without a gift. The apothecaries will have just what we need.
I don't know who does the voice acting for Blightcaller, man, but he does such a good job, man. His voice is so cool. It's perfect for this character. Nobody else could voice this character.
Place a few vials near their ammunition. Before long, the ship will be tearing itself apart from the inside. Leave me on deck when the vials are in place. There is someone here I want to kill personally.
Yeah, so these things have these floating toads in there. So I guess there's some kind of poison or something. I'm not sure, but it was pretty cool. That I looked in there. I'm like, man, there's toads floating around in here. Blightcaller's such an asshole. He's fighting this guy, but he throttles him here, but he only did it to make him change. I don't know what the backstory is there. I want to know what the backstory is for that because, he said he wanted to kill that guy personally. So I'm going to kind of skip through this next part, but the idea is the ship crashed and you have to find signs for Sylvanas there, right? And anyway, once you go through that whole quest line, you kind of start on Stormheim proper. But before I got to any of that, I was trying to level up, right? And of all things, picking up a grappling launcher was what made me hit 50. So kind of anticlimactic there. So Chromitom ends as soon as you hit level 50 and then you get summoned back to Orgrimmar. But yeah, this whole thing here was just trying to level through. So some of the intricacies of the stories, I really wasn't paying attention to. But now that I'm at level cap for at least the next day and a half or whatever it is, I can actually get into the pre-patch stuff here, right? Which is what I've been wanting to do. So it's super exciting for me because now I can go play the new content, and I've been trying to avoid what I can. I know there's some stuff out there that I have not been able to avoid just because of YouTube and freaking even Google News had spoilers on there. So it's man, some of you guys out there need to put spoiler warnings on your videos. Bellular, some of you guys need to be mindful that not everybody wants to know every damn detail for the story of Shadowlands, and they're just throwing this shit out there left and right. So it's been frustrating, but now I actually get to play it. I can unplug, play my game for the day, and then put my video out, which will have spoilers for the pre-patch stuff, right? So I'm hoping this stuff is not spoilers because it's 4 years old, 5 years old. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Continue watching for Wintress's adventures through Shadowlands. We're almost there. I'm getting excited. And take care, guys. Peace.